Hello students, in this video we will be discussing about the another form of business organization, that is partnership. So before we start with the partnership meaning, characteristics, benefits, types of partnership, let's discuss about the past, why partnership came into existence, what are the flaws in that other two types of the businesses that we have discussed earlier, namely sole proprietorship and joint Hindu business family. The, the one of the most important point is unlimited liability. Unlimited liability, limited capital, limited managerial skills, and unlimited liability. And also the next point is uncertainty of carrying the business in the future. So that is why partnership came into existence. Partnership serve as an answer to the needs of greater capital investment, varied skills, and the sharing of risk also. So what do you mean by partnership? Partnership is the relationship between the persons who have agreed to share profits of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. It is it is governed by Partnership Act 1932. In 1932, partnership an act enacted in India, and that act is known as Indian Partnership Act. Okay, so what this partnership says is एक ऐसा बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एक ऐसा पार्टनरशिप, इट शोज द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द पार्टनर who have agreed to carry a business and share profits. If they are sharing profits, that means that they will be sharing losses also in the agreed ratio, and any of them work for all or all of them can work together according to the demand or according to the need of the business. So what are the various features? The various features, that is formation, like joint Hindu business family and like sole proprietorship, it also do not have that much of the legal formalities to form the organization, but yes, there need to be a written document which ensures that the responsibility of each partner is fixed, the liability of each partner is fixed, the role of each partner is fixed. So it is formed under under Partnership Act 1932 through a legal agreement. That agreement is known as partnership deed. That written agreement is known as partnership deed. So the question may ask you, what do you mean by partnership deed? So you can easily write down partnership deed is a written document. You can easily write down like partnership deed. This is your partnership deed. It is a written agreement. Okay, so now move to that another part, that is liability means the liability of the persons, liability of the partners. Liability of the partner is unlimited, but that unlimited liability of the firm will be the firm's liability will be divided among the partners. It is not like that in the sole proprietorship that all the liabilities is to be borne by the owner only, because there we are having different owners, that is more than two owners, so it will be divided among all. Unlike in joint Hindu business family, we were having so many members, but only Karta is there to take the responsibility of paying all the debts and liability. So like that. Okay, so they will be paying liabilities. If it is unpaid, it remains unpaid in the course of business, okay, or after the completion of the business, but they will be paying to their portion only. Suppose if the business if the liability is of 1 lakh and 40,000 is available in the business and they want to close the business, so the remaining 60,000 will be paid by the partners. Let's assume that there are 3 partners and they have decided to share profits equally. So the losses will be borne by each partner equally, and they will be bearing losses 20,000 each. Okay. So in this way, it seems to be that liability is unlimited, but actually it is limited as compared to as compared to sole proprietorship, and as compared to that joint Hindu business family form of business. Okay, so next is your risk bearing. Risk bearing means risk involved in running a business also gets reduced, because it is the risk is being shared by all the three partners or all the partners. So the risk factor gets reduced. Okay, the next is decision making and control. There are various partners, there are many partners, or 2 3 4 5. So they have they themselves have their responsibility to take the decision, and the decisions are normally taken with mutual consent. Mutual consent means all of them must agree to them, or most of them must agree to the thing. So partnership firm are managed through the joint efforts of all the partners. Then continuity. Partnership is characterized by the lack of continuity of the business. It may be why, because if suppose one of the partner dies or become insolvent, or became insane, like that, in that case there are the chances that it will not continue. But the things that is according to the partnership deed, whatever is written in that partnership deed, according to that business will be doing, the form of business will be doing. Okay, so next is number of partners. So according to Companies Act 2013, the maximum number of partners in a firm can be 100. Maximum number of partners can be 100. But that according to 2013 it was like that, but an amendment came into effect in 2014, and the number was reduced to 50. So the maximum number of partners can be 50, and the minimum is 2. Mutual agency. If any partner is doing any business with any particular customer or any particular person, then that particular activity of that particular partner will be binding on every partner, will be binding on every other partner. The partners cannot say that he has told you like this, तो वो responsible है. No. In this case, if any of the partner claims anything to any of the customers relating to the business, that in that case every partner is bound by that particular partner's word. Okay, so these all are your features and characteristics of partnership. Go through this. If you are facing any sort of problem, let me know. We will be solving it together. We will be try to sort out our doubts. Okay, so the next part is merits. Merits means why to start a partnership form of business. Partnership क्यों करें? The number one is ease of formation and closure. It can be easily formed and it can be easily closed. So there is no lot of legal formality. Yes, even though there is some sort of legal formalities are there, that is due to the benefit, that gives benefit to the firm only. Okay, but normally it is easily to form and easily to close. Next is your balanced decision making. Means there are different partners are there. There are more than two persons, more than one person are there, and it is always said that two head is better than one head anytime. So it makes 2 plus 2 5, not 4. That is known as synergy. So it may be possible that what concept we are not thinking of, what prospect we are not thinking of, another partner can think of that prospect also. So it gives us balanced decision making. Then by combining two or more partners, by combining two or more persons, we can have more funds. Then the next is your sharing of risk. Risk can also be shared amongst the partners. In the joint Hindu business family and in that sole proprietorship, the risk is being shared by only one person, that is that is the owner and karta. The last point is secrecy. The fifth point is secrecy. Secrecy means there are the only few persons are there, few partners are there, so they can easily maintain the secrets of the business. So these were the points due to which partnership form of business are preferred. Okay, then limitation. What are the various limitations? Every business, every form of business and every type of business have some sort of limitations. Without limitations, nothing is there. So the only one thing is limitation, that what are the various limitations. If we go for these things, what are the various limitations? The limitation is unlimited liability. We don't know how much is our liability, how much will be our liability at the end of the, or whenever we have to close down our partnership business. So in that case it is unlimited. It can be unlimited. Next is number 2 is limited resources. Even though combining the resources, we cannot have the enough or the unlimited resources. We have always the limited resources because only 2 or 3 partners are there. So individually how much they can contribute, that the partners only know. So they are the different forms of partners, but they will be paying they will be investing the limited resources whatever they are having. So we can't say that we will have unlimited resources. Yes, definitely we have the more resources as compared to the joint Hindu business family and the sole proprietorship, but the resources that is being limited to the limited amount only. The possibility of conflicts. There are the partners, 3 partners. They can have the conflict of interest over any decision, over any sort of management activity, and division of profit, division of risk. There can be any sort. So possibility of conflict is always there because there are more than one person. Okay, and the lack of continuity is one of the drawback also, because if any of the partner became insolvent, then the firm is to be dissolved by the court only. In that case it is to be dissolved. So continuity is not there. Continuity, the concept of continuity is better than that of the sole proprietorship and but not that much that it will be continuous. Okay, so the next point is lack of public confidence. So lack of public confidence means people may not have that much of the confidence in that partnership form of the business, because it is not legally required to publish the financial reports, legally required to show their information to the other persons, like that. So in that case the confidence of the general public to that of the partnership firm remains very low. There is one very good story related to Coca-Cola company. It was found back in later 19th century, and by 1894 the company was like Coca-Cola, sole proprietorship Coca-Cola and partnership Coca-Cola in 1894, and a huge advertisement came for that Coca-Cola, but no one invested in that company because they were not having the confidence. The confidence only came when the company established itself as when the firm established itself as a company. So there is lack of confidence in that partnership form of business. Okay, but the thing is, there are the different kinds of partner. There are different kinds of partner. Like the first one is your active partner. Active partners are those partner who contributes capital to the firm, जो पैसा भी लाएगा, who works for the firm also. He takes in all the management skills, management decisions. He shares profit, he shares losses, everything. That partner will be known as active partner. Then number 2 is sleeping or dormant partner. A partner which only contributes capital but do not participate in that profit making or management of the business, but do not participate in the working of the business. Then management decisions, but it shares that particular partner shares profits and losses and unlimited liability. He also have the unlimited liability. Then secret partners are those partners whose association is unknown to the other public. That general public is not aware of that he is also partner in that firm. In that case, and in other things he remains like the other partners, like only he also contributes capital, he also contributes he also participates in the decision making, like that everything remains. He has also unlimited liability, everything remains same, but he is secret. Then the nominal partner. Nominal partner are those partners who allows his or her name to be used by the firm. To be used by the firm. He does not contribute. It does not contribute any capital. He is not active member managing the firm. He or she do not share the profits or losses. He do not share any sort of liabilities. He only lets his name to be used for the benefit of the firm. Okay. Then next is your partners by stock. Very important point. Questions can be asked. For nominal partner, types of partner, the question can be asked. Okay. So the next is your partner by estoppel. Partner by estoppel means a person considered a partner by estoppel if through his or her own initiative or behavior or conduct he gives an impression that he is the partner of the firm. In that case, that particular person is known as person by estoppel. One of the example is being discussed. दो लोग कहीं पे जाते हैं, 3 लोग हैं, 2 लोग कहीं पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म चला रहे हैं, नेमली A and B, and both of them goes to some of the meetings to finalize a deal. Mr. A and Mr. B are partner and C is common friend to both of them. C also went along with them. They asked them to come. While they were discussing, C also got involved in that discussion and he represented himself like that he is also the partner of the firm. In that case, C is not the partner of the firm, but by his act he will be considered as partner by estoppel. अपने बिहेवियर से ऐसा बता देना कि आप उस फर्म के पार्टनर हो, that will be known as your partners by estoppel. So this is the table that is showing the various types of partners and their capital contribution management, then share in profit and losses, and liability is also there. So these all are the things, and the next one is the partner by holding out. A partner by holding out is a person who, though is not a partner in a firm, but knowingly allows himself to be represented as a partner in the firm. It is just opposite to your secret partner. Secret partner do not allow his or her name to open to the public, his or her name to come out in the public, but by holding out means they are actually not the partner, but they allows the other person to use their name. So the partner by holding out is a partner who, though is not a partner in the firm, but knowingly allows himself to be represented as the partner of the firm. Okay, so there are the different. There may be a minor as a partner also. Partnership Act do not allow a minor as a partner, but minor can be a partner in the business by representing false things, by representing his forged documents, and minor can be a partner if he is appointed by a guardian. In that case also, minor shares all the benefits without sharing any loss. Without sharing any loss. That means all the profits will be given to the miner in their in his or her ratio, but no liability will be taken. No liability will be given to that particular person. So then the next part is the types of partnership. So partnership can be classified on the basis of duration also, and partnership can be classified on the basis of liability also. So on the basis of duration, that means how long a partnership firm can exist or how long it will go. So the first point is partnership at will. Partnership at will means as long as they want, at their will it is, as long as they want, they can continue their partnership firm. But what about that particular partnership? Particular partnership simply means a partnership firms in which the objective has been set down of that partnership. Then the partnership comes to into the closure itself. For example, if this is that any of the partner dies, okay. So the next is classification on the basis of the liability. So the first is your general partnership. General partnership means all the partners, the form of partner are the joint owners of the business in their partners in their profit sharing ratio. Okay, and the limited partnership means a form of partnership in which a particular unlimited liability and all the other partners are having limited liability to the extent of their. Okay, so in limited partnership there may be there must be at least one partner, there must be at least one partner who shares unlimited liability, and rest of the partners may have the limited liability. So so this type of firm will be known as your limited partnership. This kind of business, this kind of partnership is not allowed in India. So the next is your partnership deed. Earlier, while discussing about the partnership, formation of partnership, I told you about a partnership deed. Partnership deed is basically, what is it? Partnership deed is basically an agreement amongst the partner which contains includes. So in case of any quarrel or in case of any misunderstanding, it can be treated as the evidence, or it can be treated as the basis on which the decisions can be made. So it generally contains the name of the firm, nature of the business, location of the business. Nature of the business means which type of business they are carrying. They are carrying primary, secondary, tertiary, or trading, or in. Then duration of the business, for how long, and when they started business, like that. Then distribution of the profit and losses, then what are the various duties, what are the various, then salaries and withdrawals if they are doing, then terms of the governing admissions requirement, then admission of the partner, interest on capital. There are the various things that, and method of solving disputes, how to solve the dispute is also there. So these all is included in a partnership deed, in a written agreement, and that particular agreement is known as your partnership deed. Okay, so the next part is the registration of the partnership firm. So it is not, it is not necessary and compulsory to register. It provides a okay. So it is optional for partnership firm to get it registered. In case of firm does not get registered, it is deprived of many benefits. There are the many benefits that can that it is deprived of, like partners of an unregistered firm cannot file a suit against the firm or the other partners. Then the firm cannot file a suit against the third parties also. A firm cannot file a case against the other parties also. So according to Partnership Act 1932, the partners may get the firm registered with the registrar of the firms of the state in which the firm is situated. If the firm is situated in Delhi, so registrar of Delhi, so they can register their firm to the registrar of Delhi. The time of formation or any time during its existence, it is not necessary that before starting we have to register ourselves, nothing like that. So the thing is, there is some like name of the firm, location of the firm, then other places where the business is running, and the date when the partners joined the firm, name and address of the partner, and duration of the firm. Then deposit, and then after that, after submitting the form, we have to submit fee for that certificate of registration. So like this we can say that the firms can be registered also, and it can get many benefits like then the simple thing is, after registering as an artificial person, it can do whatever a person is doing except for casting vote. It can do anything. It can sue, it can be sued, it can purchase plants, factories, buildings. It can have its own account in the name of the partnership firm. Anything it can. Okay, so I hope that the video that is being given to you is useful for you. Go through the video first, then go through the